Going into the final segment of our program in the second half of the show, I have with me two lovely ladies from Sacramento Blue Star Moms. They are a highly active chapter of the Blue Star Mothers of America, which is an organization that traces its roots back to World War II and was recognized as a veteran service organization in its own right in 1960. And so this morning with me, I have with me, first I'll introduce Kimberly Steinman Elmquist, who's the second vice president for fundraising and events for Sacramento Blue Star Moms. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good. Thank you for being here this morning. Share with us a little bit about yourself and your family and your connection that got you connected here with Blue Star Mothers.
Okay. I got involved with Blue Star Moms because currently my son Matthew Steinman is a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, and he's stationed down in 29 Palms, California.
And he's been deployed how many times?
He hasn't been deployed.
Oh, not yet.
He's safe on California land.
For now.
For now.
And eventually he will be going.
He's looking forward to his first deployment.
Yeah. And a lot of people may not understand why somebody, especially, and this is prevalent particularly with the Marines and the Army. I won't speak so much about the Air Force or the Navy because their deployment activities are so different, but when you're a grunt or a service member on the ground in a down and dirty operation like the Army or the Marines, it is always better to be deployed than to be stuck in garrison where you're playing by these field manuals and these little games that they have going on all the time. So I can totally relate to his anxiousness to get up and get out and do something. You also are a Gold Star daughter.
Yes, I am.
And your father, unfortunately,
he was a sergeant in the United States Army with the Rangers, and he was on his way over to Vietnam March 16th, 1962, and the plane that he was on went missing. They were on their way from Guam over to Vietnam.
Gotcha.
So that's still unresolved.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that resolution finds itself.
Yeah, it's one of the largest missing planes accidents.
Wow.
So
that's a tragedy. But I'm so glad that you're here this morning. So you're obviously deeply committed.
Yes.
And also with us is the president of the Sacramento chapter of Blue Star Mothers, Vivian Yamamoto.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, too.
Thank you so much for being here. And why don't you share with us, myself and the audience, some of your background, kids, family. You have a lot of family that has a lot of service behind it.
I have a lot of family.
Outstanding. So I don't know how much time we have left. I'll let my producer keep me in line here, but go ahead and have at it.
Well, very quickly, I became involved with the Sacramento Blue Star Moms prior to my son's deployment. I have two sons who were served in the military. One was in the Army, the other in the Air Force. My son, Richland, is actually Army Reserves. He was deployed about a year ago. He's home safe, thank you.
Came back last summer. What does he do in the Army?
He is a multiple launch system specialist, and he's also a drill sergeant. But in Afghanistan, he was running convoys.
Yep, that sounds about right. Everybody does every job when you deploy, so bear that in mind. For those of you that are thinking of joining, remember, you will have a job, and then you will be given a job when you deploy.
Exactly.
And that is common across the board, and you hear some guys complain about it, you hear some folks not complain. It all depends on what you want to do. So bear that in mind when you want to start getting neck deep in things. The Sacramento chapter of Blue Star Mothers got started in 2005.
Correct.
And it is a highly active chapter. How many members? Everyone that is a part of it is a volunteer?
Absolutely. We have no paid positions. We volunteer our time. We are moms who have children that either that served or have served in the military. We also have grandmothers, and we have associate members. And the associate members are the wives, girlfriends, and actually anybody within the community that wants to come out and support us and support our troops.
How many active volunteers do you have working with you guys?
Well, we have a number of volunteers that are active at different increments throughout the year. We are known to send out about 1,000 packages per year. So we have a lot of volunteers that come in during those two periods of time. One's coming up April 28th, and the other one is in the first week of December or November.
Cool. So,
and then we have other activities throughout the year. So it's like I said, it's a volunteer organization, and people come out and volunteer at different times of the year.
So let's talk about the packing party on the 28th. one of the favorite things that I used to get when I was in Iraq were these boxes from groups of people filled with goodies. And it had all the essentials: beef jerky,
Yes.
Dental tools,
Candy.
Canned food
what else?
items.
Canned food,
Toiletries.
Letters.
Socks.
We have letters.
letters
Cards.
from school children and
School
community
children,
folks.
Anybody.
Outstanding. So, are you? I guess let me share on one thing here. Dental tools. For those of you that have excess dental tools, you want to send those overseas.
Yes.
And the reason why is because they are great for cleaning weapons with.
Multi-use.
Oh, multi-use. I mean, they don't do their own dental work over there. They get their teeth brushed and that's about it. But the scrapers, the mirrors, the little picks are great at picking carbon out of these little nooks and crannies on some of the weapons that we have over there.
A lot of dust over there.
A lot of dust, and as the temperatures start to warm up, it's like a beehive. Things will get active again, and the action in Afghanistan will be ramping up come this summer. For sure.
Yes.
So that's my personal favorite that I used to see, because I would go through a dental pick once a month.
And 100% cotton socks.
Yes, cotton socks, of course. And then, Kim, you were mentioning about pantyhose.
Panty liners.
Panty
female
liners. Yeah, female panty liners. They're great to use as a
helmet.
help mitigate
to keep
sweat.
them from getting abrased on their helmet and
Helps
absorbing sweat,
Yep.
like a sweatband would.
Like a sweat rash, helps prevent sweat rash, things like that. So this is happening. We have the first event. We already got right down into the dirty here.
That's right.
So April 28th is
April 28th.
it's called a packing party, and you're going to send out care packages to deployed service members, and it can be, now do you send these to individuals or to also whole units?
Well, we send them. We like to send them to individuals,
Okay.
but we do send them to entire units. Usually, the chaplains will send them 20 or 30 boxes.
Okay.
The military does not provide us with the names, so the names that we receive is through word of mouth, or if they go to our website.
Okay.
So we
and
are
your
still-
website is sacramentobluestarmoms.org.
correct,
Yep.
and we are still
Looking for names.
yes, absolutely.
And for you guys, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
You're wearing a U.S. military uniform and you're in Afghanistan. Give me your name and your APO address, and we'll send you a box.
Doesn't matter if you're from California or not.
No discrimination
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Even people from Arkansas,
You got it.
you
We'll
got it.
send
You got
it.
Of course.
Alaska?
As long
Alaska.
as we have
There's
the
nothing wrong
name.
with Alaska. I got lots of friends in Alaska. That's good. So the packing party, and how many packages you normally send out? You said about 1,000 packages a year.
Yes.
And you have how many? Two packing parties typically a year.
Yes. We have
So you're
one
looking
that's-
to get 500 boxes packed this year, this coming 28th.
We're
hoping that we have that many. Unfortunately, we don't have the postage, and that's a big.
And so that gets donated as well.
No, we have 3 major fundraisers per year.
Okay.
And those fundraisers are the ones that generate our revenue to send packing party, to send the postage. We get a very, very minimal discount per box from the U.S. Postal Service.
Right.
And it costs us, $8,000 to $10,000 every time we send a.
So a package. I mean, so a package is costing you about $10 per package.
At 12.
It's
Or is it
$12.65 if you go with the reduced rate, flat rate online.
Yeah. So
So-
yeah, that's a lot of money.
And that's just
Right.
postage. That doesn't include the contents inside the package, which
Or the packing material, or the
Right.
cost of the box.
Right.
So,
Or the labels.
or the labels,
Or the tape.
or the tape.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but they're worth it. Our troops are
of course
definitely
they're
worth
worth it.
every
And-
penny that
and-
we put into the box.
And these boxes get out there too. So let's talk about one of the fundraisers that you guys have coming up. There is one coming up in May, which, as I understand, is one of your bigger fundraisers. It's a casino bingo night
Yes, casino.
event.
It's a casino bingo Texas Hold'em tournament, and that's on May 19th, which is Armed Forces Day at the California National Guard in Roseville.
Okay, that's at the California National Guard Armory in
Right.
Roseville.
Yes.
And what we'll do is I will have, once the news feed is set up on our website too, I'll have links to that address, your website as well, with some of the events on there. And hopefully people can use that as a link. And of course, they can get to it through SacramentoBlueStarMoms.org.
And we have a lot of fun.
Of course. So you have tickets to that, $30 a night, or $30 per person.
$30 per person, and that includes appetizers, music, bingo, and one drink.
Little
ticket.
casino games.
Okay.
The casino games are roulette, craps, blackjack,
And bingo.
and bingo.
Bingo. And then you can also pay $50, and that gets you into a card game.
That gets you into the Texas Hold'em. Don't
Texas-
ask me about that because I don't know.
I don't know
I know
either.
they're serious
Yeah.
guys.
I'm not a serious gambler, but you know, if you're into that kind of thing, you know, it's just right up there in Roseville.
Exactly, and there's a $50 Visa card. No, $500 Visa card for the top winner for poker.
Ooh,
For the Texas Hold'em.
I better learn how to play that. I could do with a $500 Visa card on that. What other kinds of things you got coming up this summer?
Oh my goodness, we have all kinds of things. We are a veteran service organization,
Right.
so a lot of these activities we do, we are supporting other veterans groups. So we are supporting the Walk to Remember that's coming up around the corner on April 24th.
Right, that's the Walk to
April
Remember for
14th.
Bryan Hall.
April 14th.
Yep.
We're also going to participate in the Walk for the Troops in Ione on April 28th. We're going to be doing the Red, White, and Blue Parade in Citrus Heights. We are planning to do the 4th of July Parade in Roseville.
Tell us a little bit about your partnership with Go Girl Drinks and Walgreens.
Oh,
We have about a minute to cover both.
Okay,
well,
go ahead,
We're very
Vivian.
quickly.
Yeah.
Walgreens is terrific. They have given us thousands of candy bars that have been purchased by customers, and they buy the candy bar and they put it into a box, and those boxes in turn get donated back to the Sacramento Blue Star Moms, and we in turn put that candy into the boxes.
So that's something that somebody could just do right now. They walk into a Walgreens, they buy a candy bar, goes into a separate box,
Exactly.
it goes to you guys,
Yes.
it goes into the care package,
And they...
and then off to Afghanistan.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yes. Great.
Very-
The other partnership is with Go Girl, which
Yep.
is North Cal Beverage. North Cal Beverage it will be releasing a camel can, and it's pink in color, and proceeds from the Go Girl drink will be returned back to the Sacramento Blue Star Moms.
That's great. I hope that'll
It's
generate a lot.
fantastic.
I still haven't drunk that now.
Oh, it's great.
I
You
had
were
one
saying
this
you had one
morning.
before you came on the show, and you were all worried about being jittery, but you're not all that
Exactly.
jittery.
No.
So
and
it's
it
not
had
like
great flavor.
It's not like drinking a Red Bull that sends you through the roof and
I can't drink a Red
out
Bull.
the
Right.
Okay, so all right, I'm not trying to pan Red Bull.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
I'm not allowed
but-
to do that. Maybe I don't know. Don't worry about it.
But yeah.
But the executive staff at NorCal Beverage, Shannon and Amber, are just fantastic.
That sounds like a great support thing. So
Yes.
we'll include that link once. And those beverages are coming out next
May.
month,
Right,
beginning of
May
May.
Yes.
And they'll be promoting that through Veterans Day, and depending on how sales go for that, possibly even longer. So through the summer months, you'll see the camo pink can,
Right.
which is the original Go Girl flavor. And so
cool.
that'll be at
The grocery
soon.
stores.
Yeah,
So Vivian Yamamoto
Yes.
and Kimberly Steinman Elmquist
perfect.
from the Sacramento Blue Star Moms, proud Blue Star mothers. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And you can reach their website on sacramentobluestarmoms.org. They have a big packing party. They would love to have volunteers and donations for care packages that can go to service members overseas. That includes getting names of the service members. So if you know anyone that needs a deal, hook them up. That's happening on April 28th. And they have a big fundraiser on May 19th, big casino bingo night. That's happening at the National Guard Armory in Roseville. This is Max Ramsey, and you're listening to Veteran Radio.